Holy cow. Holy cow. I'm going to gag. I know you remember that he was talking and he was crying like a little girl who got her lunch money took. And this, remember, this globulous thing starts to come out of his nose, and then he goes, and he sucks it back in, and then it starts coming out again. And so he's like trying to do one of these numbers. So then he just grabs it and throws it on the floor. And he doesn't get up and clean it up. Like you would think, like a very, very cultured cocaine user, he'd have backup rags right there on the table. Like he doesn't have to get up to wipe his nose just to do another line. Hey, I don't put nothing up my nose. Nothing goes up here except Kleenexes, Doug. And nothing goes down here except for food and water. Hey, Doug, it's okay to drink like a fish if you drink what a fish drinks. Hey, and if Wish was a fifth, we'd all be Doug. Guess what? I still, when I pray, I put the left foot forward for the alcoholic and the addict that still suffers. And it's not a funny deal, but guess what? In Doug's case, um, you get to watch like an ant farm, and all the ants inside are intoxicated, just running into each other and, fucking just. $13,000, and he drives around a 1992 Toyota van that the whole inside is an apartment. His van house. Doug tried to hook up with the Petitos and do a van life video, but they're like, no, bro. The walls of the inside of your van are made out of cardboard. He used to have a dog bowl right by his pillow. And guess what he did? He moved out of his van. He lived in his van for 2.5 fucking years. 2.5 years, Doug lived in his van. And you know what's funny? He's got that racist tattoo junk on the back of his legs. Don't you know that the Aryan Brotherhood never reached out to him for $1? His whole service of being a racist fellatio giver in prison, and when he comes out of prison and has a hard time financially, boy, that fucking prison street gang ain't doing shit for you, are they? Not even sending you a letter or some stamps. Nobody cares about you, Doug. You know what, Doug? You're an AA sponsor's worst nightmare. Don't you know that? Doug, he'll come into the program just smelling like cocaine and vodka and try to tell people with 20 years sober how to do this shit, right? And then as soon as it doesn't work out the way he wants it, it's going to be the sponsor's fault that he puts that shit back up his nose. Right? Let me tell you what. Alcohol and cocaine, they do the same thing to the feel-good chemicals in your brain. So what happens is a cross addiction happens. Ask Doug. Cross addiction is a very real thing. So what happens is in Doug's case, he has a line of cocaine. He has to have some alcohol. If he has some alcohol, he's going to the cocaine house. That's just the way it works, right? There isn't no in between, right? So when you see Doug and it looks like his eyes are glazed over and nobody's home, it's because there isn't anybody home. But you have to know, anytime you see Doug, he's got 2 substances on board. He is a poly user. He does not use one at a time, right? And let me tell you what, in order to complete the fantasy now, it's no longer just booze and cocaine. It's booze, cocaine, and YouTube. He has to have all 3 of those feel goods dumping in his brain all at the same time. Because if he doesn't, well, then he's not going to get online, right? Let me put it in context. An 8 ball of cocaine, that's 3.5 grams, right? That's enough to kill you quickly if you put it in your body all at question. Although I do have Tiffany Marie's real name and her physical address. Did I say that out loud? Hey, spoil rotten. Yeah, out of 9 million YouTubers, Doug is number 61. This is the first time he's been good at anything since the last time he was bad at everything. Hold on. Oh, shit. Let me tell you what, Doug. Doug never amounted to shit. This is big, big. Oh, yeah. We'd be making bank then. He's a stalker, too. Hell yeah. He's a Jewish-born neo-Nazi. That's like jumbo shrimp, right? That's like a double U-turn when you find yourself in a fucking circle. That's like taking 3 lefts and ending up in the same fucking spot you asked for directions to get right back here to. Maybe he'll fake slitting his wrist again. Probably. Probably. I mean, Doug's a fucking showman. Holy mackerel, Doug's a showman. He does have daddy issues. The problem is Drug is just an absolute piece of fucking amphibious shit. And his dad was a 40-year Ventura County sheriff. Can you imagine the bar that fucking Doug never even stepped up to? He saw the way life was going when he was born, and he was like, holy shit, I'm having ethical and moral issues as a toddler. D. Ray, does the lab make any money off of Doug when he comes on? Man, they're sharing pork swords. Man, they are sword fighting over the toilet like stepbrothers. Hell you mean? Can you imagine the disappointment Doug brought to his father? Let me tell you what, when Doug was homeless, his dad didn't even give a shit. Doug's dad has a big Mercedes-Benz. That's what he says anyway. I've never seen any Mercedes-Benz logoing on it, right? But his dad has a travel trailer in the backyard. And when Doug just absolutely had nowhere to go last winter during the Orrin and Orson West case, it's cold as fuck in California. This fool had to spoon his dog in the van to stay alive. So his dad was letting him like once a week come over to the house and stay in the travel trailer. But Doug couldn't shit in it. He couldn't smoke in it. He wasn't allowed to drink in it. And his dad would come check on him during the night when he was online to make sure he wasn't breaking any of those rules. Then there was a scenario where Drug was staying the night, and when he woke up in the morning because his dad came in and told him, hey, I'm leaving, you have to go, one of the fucking blinds over the windows, like he had pulled it down and it didn't pop back up. He folded it and the bitch broke and stayed down. So then when his dad came in and was like, what the fuck did you do to my mini blinds? Doug lied to him and was like, I don't know, it was like that before. And his dad was like, Drug, you're the only one that's been staying in here. You fucking broke it. Admit to it. Holy, for fuck's sake. You want to see how grossed out his dad is of him? I know a lot of y'all seen this. Hold on, check this out. Oh, shit. This is funny. This is fucking funny. Fair use.
Monday.com Work Docs is a new kind of doc.
Oh, shit. Just bear with me, guys. We'll go a little bit longer here.
Entire workflows with it. Work Docs are connected to all your work apps and data.
I'm almost to that point where
is in one place. And work
you can't really laugh no more, you know?
Let's see how a connected Work
But I'm
doc
sure Doug is going to be able to
starts
do
out
something to
with
just
your
bring
workflows.
one right out of
When
my
you write a
pinky
report
toe.
with Work Docs,
So
you
we're
always
going to go
state-
ahead and move forward a little bit with this. This is just the same, you know, like AB and Drug, like when they try to troll someone, the only thing they can do is troll them with the old shit, right? So I'm just doing a little bit of what they're doing. But let's go ahead here and change the playback speed. Because I see that's what everyone else does. Let's put the subtitles on so we can actually see this shit.
February 24th, 2021. But there's, again, another 5 or 6 commercials on top of his.
Man, I don't want to even listen to this fool. His damn, let me tell you what, this fool, it's something about his face.
Content that he's bringing to the sheriff's department to gaslight the situation. And again, bring a bad name to any sort of effort that he's putting forward to search for these children. Doug, how you're going about doing this is so inappropriate. Please stop, reconsider. There are better ways to get $1 than to just believe in the shit that you make up on a whim under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
I put all her pictures out there on YouTube, Facebook, and everything I could, hoping that social media could help us find our daughter. And that's when the entire investigation got totally twisted around. I have 2 distant relatives that accuse me of some horrific things that were definitely not true. They called TBI the second day after someone's disappearance and told them that I'd done horrific things to my daughter and killed her. They put it out there on YouTube. After all these lies were spread all over social media, I started getting messages. Tell them where your daughter is. Let's get this over with. There's all kinds of hate and stuff constantly. The worst part of all the social media lies is people were focused on us, and even the police focused on us. Instead of going out looking for Summer, they started looking at me and my family. We lost about 75 days as far as all those lies and stuff. None of that matters. We just want our baby home.
Well, first, let me say I'm glad to meet you both, but very sorry for the occasion. I wish we were talking about 1,000 other things than your missing daughter, Summer. Since you've last talked to Scott and Greg, have you learned anything at all? Anything new happened? Anything from the Tennessee Bureau?
I learned that he lost his license for unethical bullshit. Moving on.
Investigation, anything that we don't know?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
First off, tell me about Summer. Candace, you're her mom. Tell me about Summer. What's she like? How did she spend her time mostly?
Playing with the toys.
Yeah. Did she like to play inside, outside?
I should be outside most of the time.
Yeah. You'd have the 3 boys, and then
Hey, Candace. How you doing? Cool. Man, you know what? I think you did a beautiful job. I think that you went on there and it was a fucking power move. And I think that I just want to tell you, sweetie, that it's a lot of, I'm on a live right now actually, but check this out. That cornbread mafia bullshit, like those two guys are, we know, right? Like we know that that's not even a thing. And I just want to tell you how strong I looked at you being there in front of all that bullshit, sweetie. And I want to applaud you. You are a monster for real. Did you watch the show already? Okay. Are you going to watch it? Yeah, I'm just telling you now, you did a great job. And I did a reaction while I watched it, and it was the way Phil was wording all this stupid crap, saying you know more. Like, how can they say you know more, but Don doesn't know more, right? Like smart people see that. They're like, oh yeah, Don has no knowledge. But somehow Candace knows, but she has never relayed that to Don in any sort of way, and they passed the polygraph. So make all that work, right? Like that's, anyways. I just wanted to let you know, honey, that was so awesome. You are a badass. Say that again.
I just stand up for what's right.
You-
My family.
You did what's fucking right. And I tell you what, I got people in this chat saying Candace strong, the Wells are innocent, bring the boys home. Like you did a phenomenal job. And I believe that's all prayers answered right there. You know what I mean? And Phil guaranteed that she was going to come home. He said it. I guarantee when this thing is solved, she's coming home. She's coming home, right?
I think she does.
She's coming home. Anyways, I'm gonna let you get back to it, sweetie. I'm available all day if you need to talk or text or whatever. Bye. God is good. God's good. Who I? The God that I serve? Oh, the God that I serve? Oh, boy. Who I? Them boys are coming home. That little girl is coming home, man. I mean to tell you. Who I? Who I? I'm not going to do no crying at all. I'm not going to do no crying because it's a beautiful day. This has been a hell of a journey for me. This thing has been filled with so much heartache, so much pain, right? I became completely obsessed. I'm in a fight right now for my marriage, right? We got a man that has just been so truthful to us since day one. It sucks that some of us didn't like the way his truth sounded. Maybe his truth was too truthful, right? Maybe his truth is truthful. They say the truth hurts, right? Mm-hmm. I want to tell you, I'm not going to show it because I respect the gentleman heavily. So there was this lady. She was poor. Had a radio and a telephone, right? She's listening to the radio. She calls into the radio. Tells people that she needs some help. She doesn't ask for help, but she needs some help right now, right? Really nasty gentleman who was listening, he calls the radio station and he says, or no, he actually, hold on. He tells his assistant, because he didn't want to get his hands dirty, tells his assistant, that lady just really got under my skin. This is what I want you to do. I want you to call the radio station, get her telephone number, go down to the grocery store and buy everything in the store, right? We're going to test her Jesus, right? We're going to test her Jesus. So the assistant pulls up with a whole dump truck load full of groceries, right? Knocks on the door, and the lady, she's taking it in just bag by bag, and she's just gleaming, right? And the assistant, when it's all said and done, the assistant says, don't you want to know who sent the groceries? And the little old lady looks up and she says, no. Because when God ordains it, even the devil will serve me. Hoo-ah. Oh, boy. Hoo-ah. Ooh, ah. Yep. Man, I don't want to know. Because when God ordains it, even the devil has to serve me. I'll take a gift from the devil if it means that God made him give it to me. I'll take it. I will make a deal with the devil if God ordained it. Who? Straight up. Straight up. The Wells, they've been innocent. It's not like just today we need to fill the chat up with they are innocent. You know why I had you guys do it? You guys already knew they were innocent. For the people that will see this later on, bling, it'll flip the switch, right? It'll flip the switch. Bling. And then you'll start seeing they're innocent all over. I absolutely hate with everything that I am that whoever Dr. Phil is about to sick the mob on, which sounds like it's going to be the ex-employee that Don had an issue with that was on the meth, seems like that's going to be the new guy, right? Let me tell you what, that guy, he sneaked off into obscurity. He's not even on anybody's list. Not anymore. Hasn't been on my list. But Dr. Phil wants to come in and rearrange the list. And then he wants to make fucking guarantees. Let me show you something, Phil. Guarantee is like love. You don't throw that word around. Especially when it's a guy like fucking you. See, this is what I know. Phil is worth millions and tens of millions. He could drop off a couple of months worth of his bank account's interest in the Wells life and change it forever all the way down the line. That's the power Phil has. But I want to show you what guarantee means. That just so that I don't twist it up, that hold on. Definition of guarantee. Come hell or high water, this man made a guarantee. Come hell or high water, Philip made a guarantee. Check it. A formal promise or assurance, typically in writing, but we'll take it in front of millions of fucking people, that certain conditions will be fulfilled, especially that a product will be repaired or replaced if not of a specified quality and durability. In law, a formal pledge to pay another person's debt or to perform another person's obligation in a case of default. To provide a formal assurance or promise, especially that certain conditions shall be fulfilled relating to a product, service, or transaction. Boy. Ooh. Hold on. Let me explain something real quick. Where'd it go? Right here. Sally. Let me tell you what, babe. I love you for it. But you know where this is going to go, right? You know where I'm going to go with this, Sally. It's because in Doug's whole life, he's gotten nothing but negativity, is why he is how he is now. Hooah. Don't you know, instead of playing the game with them, instead of throwing the ball back, instead of volleying the ball back, instead of passing the ball back, let it be positivity. See, if we could positively affect the people that support Doug, we would never have to worry about changing Doug. Doug's not our problem. Our problem are the people that support Doug. Once you remove the crutch, something falls. And if it's been propped up long enough, it's become completely to a detriment, dependent on the support of the crutch. You remove the crutch, and the object comes crashing down at free fall speed due to the extensive pull of the G-forces of gravity. I mean, it is extensive. This world spinning as fast as it is at 1,300 miles an hour, whatever the hell it is, and this flimsy shit stays crutched. What do we do now? Are we going to watch all these nasty people say, "Oh, Phil, you're full of shit. You've rendered nothing. We still think they're guilty"? Probably not. This is a deal breaker, right? This is a deal breaker for the very sheepish in the mind. This is a fucking deal breaker. This means that everything that they've done up to this point has been what, Benny? It's been what, Benny? It's been fucking wrong. If you're sheepish. If you're strong on the back and strong between the ears, you've been where you are today since day one. And this whole time, you've been what? You've been a Benny Keys. You've been a Lizzie Strong savage. You understand me? You've been like any number of the people that's in the chat today or that will see this later and comment with positivity. Right? Do you know, have you ever heard Scoose Sally do something wrong and 3 people will hear about it? Do something good and no one will ever hear about it? Or something to that effect? That's real. Don't we know? And this is for everybody. This isn't just for Scoose. I just saw that and thought that, well, you know what? I appreciate her honesty. I left Doug a little bit of negativity. I don't. Let me tell you. Someone will say, "Oh, Benny, what have you been doing to Doug today?" Humiliation is my sin. Trying to humiliate him. But see, when you mess with an animal that has no humility, you can't tell a beetle a joke and look down and see the beetle go. Doesn't work that way. Right? So Doug's a comedian. Everything's funny. And when everything is funny, you're always looking for the comedic value in something, whether it be someone's tears, pain, blood, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, whatever you've got to cut through, heart spaces, whatever you've got to cut to get to the comedic value, because you're just a fucking funny guy. If you were so fucking funny, your existence wouldn't look so fucking disgusting. You're number 61, Doug. Hoo-ah, brother. Hoo-ah. Right? You've been given a blessing. I challenge you, Doug. I challenge you to do the exact opposite of what you're doing now. And let us look at those criterias. I bet you, Doug, if you went positive, you'd have to go back to living in your fucking van because the world is not inherently good, my boy. If you came to the light side, Doug, you'd be hungry and homeless again. Right? You and Winston get to sleep indoors because of how nasty you are in your heart. See, Jesus and the devil, they don't and they cannot coincide inside of one heart space. It's one or the other. You ain't got no Jesus, boy. That's easy to see. It's real easy to see. Right? We can't expect you to do these kids in these families any different than the way you do your own family and your own kids. See, how can you be helpful when you can't be helpful in your own existence? See, that's what it is, right? You ever seen somebody that is always trying to tell you what you're thinking? Oh, I know you were thinking this one. You ever met somebody that always knows what you're about to do before you do it? Check this out. Catch this. If you've got somebody in your life that's always telling you what the fuck you're about to do and what the fuck you were thinking and what the fuck you're about to be thinking, they stay busy thinking for you so they don't have to think for themselves. Why? It's because the set of cards or the situation that they've been funneled into, it's unmanageable. And when their existence becomes unmanageable and they don't have the stones to end it, to end the misery, they're going to start doing all the thinking and feeling and the emotioning and emoting for you, right? And so if you're an enabler or you're a dependent, rather, if you are always, if you are chronically a victim and chronically dependent, hold on. Okay, Johnson Street. We'll call that one. These damn phones. 423 926 2151. Sorry, guys, I'm going so long. This is going to be like a.
Hello, this is Sarah Diamond. Thank you for calling WJHL News Channel 11, ABC Tri-Cities, and WJHL.com. Your call is very important to us.
You damn right it
choose
is.
one of the following options. For news, press 1. Sales.
Hi, yes, Chris. My name is Benny Keys. That's what I go by on YouTube. Actually, you guys covered me. I'm a friend of the family to the Wells family regarding Summer Wells. Anyhow, I know that you were probably aware of the big illegal fundraiser that took place online. It was a lot of merchandising and coffee cups, so on and so forth. Anyhow, my point is that I've created a petition to stop the exploitation of online crimes against children. And I'm very involved with the Wells family. There was a lady named Q Carlock. She was the one that was involved with all of the illegal merchandising and illegal raffling. It just so happens I was sent some pictures today of Chief Lawson, and he has one of the clandestine cups on his desk. I wondered if there was anyone that would like to speak about that.
I can. Hazel would be the one to talk to, and I can get. She's out on covering another story about this, but I can send you to her voicemail. Do something for give you her cell phone.
Absolutely. Either way, I mean, it's like I said, you guys have covered me in your stuff a few times or a couple times, anyways, and then ran me for a few days. And actually, I'll be completely candid with you. Like, I'm not looking to be on the news. That's not what I want at all. I was really upset the last time I was put on the news because I was wanting to come to the area and do some work through some contacts that I have, and that essentially put my face all over the place. And I was supremely unhappy about that. So this is not a quest for me to get on the news. This is a quest to stop the exploitation of this little girl. We had also WJHL, who you guys have made a couple of posts. It almost, I don't want to say inciting the reward, but supporting the reward, which is now being handled and investigated by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So it's just a real complicated issue, and I certainly would like to talk to whoever is willing to talk.
I'll transfer to her voicemail, and I'll let her know that this is something that you don't want to be, but she wants to do what you're doing.
I mean, I would be willing to do a phone call interview with her, and kind of lay it out. But this is big business, and this is if you want to kind of stay in trend with what the people want to see, they want to know about this illegal fundraiser. Like they want to see coverage of it. They want to know about it. Like we're talking $40,000, and there's funny math, and so I just would like to be able to get help you guys get on the front side of it with correct information. So and you can go ahead and look my channel. I'm a renegade YouTuber, Chris, and so I have channels. I've had channels that were thousands and thousands, and then they take them away, and I don't monetize. This is not for money. This is to stop the exploitation, sir, because we know about the science of rewards, and we know that if you continue to raise the reward without capping it, what you're doing is you're eliciting and soliciting to the next scumbag who is waiting for the money to get high enough to really, make a change in their life. So what you do when you cap the reward is that you pressure people immediately to come forward with information and not wait for the reward to hike up, right? So really to kind of publicate the fact that the reward is going up is kind of a reverse science when you really sit down and think of it critically. So yes, please have her call me back at her earliest convenience, of course. All right. Do you have my? Go ahead.
You may just send you to her voicemail just to put it out there.
Sure. And you've got my telephone number. Did it come up on the caller ID?
Yeah, it's 214-64-2898.
Yep.
I'll send you over there to her, and I'll pass it along to her as well.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for calling Ansley Daniel at WJHL. I apologize that I cannot answer my phone right now. If this is urgent, please send an email to adaniel@wjhl.com. If not, please leave a voicemail and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day. Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound.
Ansley. Hello, my name is Benjamin Lindsay. You've actually covered me a couple times on the WJHL. I'm intimate friends with the Wells family regarding Summer Wells. Anyhow, I'm calling reference to the exploitative fundraising that was done. Strangely enough, I was sent some intel today with pictures of Ronnie Lawson, the chief of police, and he purchased one of these clandestine cups. I tried to reach out to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department for a comment and was unsuccessful. So I would sure like for you to give me a call back or earliest convenience. I have a lot to talk to you about, Miss Ansley. My telephone number is My name is Benjamin Lindsay. Thank you for your time. God bless you, madam. You want to support the channel. You know what? I guess if he needs to have 1,000,000 of those coffee cups to bring that little girl home, that's what it's going to take, right? If we have to illegally raise $7.2 trillion in order to bring her home off of stolen merchandise or clandestine drug sales or whatever it is, I guess at this point I don't really give a shit. But how do you expect anyone to take anything seriously when you get caught with what essentially equates to an illegal fundraiser? I mean, you're showing your support non-verbally. It just roars. Please, please, man, think about it. Think about it, man. Think about it. Wait. Just wait for it. Hold on. Give me 45 seconds. You know I'm gonna hit you with the pie-yow. You understand me? We'll subject it Q car lock. Q car locked. Oh shit. Man, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I was exhausted an hour ago, y'all. Holy schmoly. Holy mackerel, in the words of AB. Holy mackerel. Chickadee, check it out. Let that sit on your palate. Although Carlock and her gang probably really, right there it is, where that arrow is. Sit on that for a minute. Oh, that sounded terrible. I meant to say, let that sit on your palate for a minute. I'll be right back. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. I can't. I'm still just like, I can't believe I just said that. I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, holy shit. It's almost as if she may even be saying, well, I really want to talk about the fundraiser. And he's like, what fundraiser? And she's like, the one with the coffee cup on your table? She's pointing that hoe out. Look. Hey, somebody make me a picture where you draw an arrow from her hand straight to that fucking. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it right here. Hold on. Okay. Lawson web pick. Put him. Okay. Memers, this is what I need. I need you to draw a line from her finger over by the coffee cup. And you put by his mouth, what fundraiser? And then put by her mouth, the fundraiser with the cup on your desk. That's what we need, okay? Somebody make that. Go. What fundraiser? By her mouth, by his mouth, by her mouth. The fundraiser that pink cup front came from. Mad mishandler. Mad mishandler. I watched the live when she said she was sending him one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what? I watched the live. Hold on one second. Hey, I just saw the text that says ASAP. What's wrong? What's that? Cornbread Mafia. In Lawson. At gmail.com. It's easy. Altitude, like up in the air, films at gmail.com. Yeah, straight up, Chase. Good job, bub. Can't find my lighter. I'm using my. And some rope in the back of your car? That doesn't make you a kidnapper. It could make you a gardener. It's context, 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 right? Marijuana runners. And moonshiners. Yeah. Not a what, it's a who. Can I talk about that or no? Okay. Okay. Can you say, can I turn the speaker on and let you tell them, or you can't? Okay. Okay. You know, look, everyone is going to focus on the Cornbread Mafia, and they're also going to focus on Don's employee that he fired. Like that's who's going to be under the gun now, right? So I got Chase on the phone, guys. Let me relay that to them, and then I've been on here for 3 hours, dude. I make fun of people that go 3 hours. And it's not a specific gathered people. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. It could also mean a snitch. You're going to like this, guys. Gotcha. That's what I'm going to relay right now. All right, bro. You guys are going to love this. That was Chase 423. I also need to play you something else when I'm done with this. So, Cornbread Mafia. Let me tell you what it is. What it really is. Okay? Cornbread Mafia is like, so this is how he just told me. He said, say, for instance, somebody keeps getting in trouble with the police, but they don't do no time in jail. Well, people around in Tennessee, and he's from there. He said there used to be a Cornbread Mafia. It's busted up. Now they would refer, now I'm not stretching it. He said an elected public official that goes uncontested for 20, 30, 10, 20, 30 years, they say as a metaphor. It's used as a metaphor. Cornbread Mafia. Untouchable. A snitch would fall under Cornbread Mafia. He's untouchable, right? That's what Cornbread Mafia is. Those guys at the behavior panel, when they went up to Nashville or wherever they were, man, they've heard Cornbread Mafia terminology, and they actually think it's a real Cornbread Mafia. There may be some outcast dumbasses that say, oh yeah, I'm getting money for or with the Cornbread Mafia. The shit is not organized. It's not organized. There's no, the head may have just got out 5 years ago or whatever. Man, he's not worried about putting nothing back together, right? And that shit, the snake doesn't move without the head, right? There is no such thing. It's like saying every white person that's a racist is a neo-Nazi. Well, probably actually a whole bunch of people aren't neo-Nazis per se, but they have some of the same beliefs. That doesn't make you a neo-Nazi. It's right. It's like if you've got a shovel and a bag of lye and some rope in the back of your car, that doesn't make you a kidnapper. It could make you a gardener. It's context, right? So I do want to show you this, and then I'm gonna cut out of here, man, because I have just went way too fucking. This is insane. 3 hours. Like, I laugh at people that go 3 hours, and here I am. But this was action packed, right? This was an action packed 3 hours. Like, we've been fucking handling grown folk business. You understand me? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Cornbread Mafia ain't nothing. Somebody call Dr. Phil and tell Dr. Phil to have them motherfuckers call me. You understand me? Check this out.
First tonight, the Amber Alert for Summer Wells is getting national attention.
The case featured today and tomorrow on the Dr. Phil Show. Today, Summer's parents, Don Wells and Candace Bly, were seen being grilled by body language experts. Those experts picked apart their behavior and their words. The host, Dr. Phil, at one point said something doesn't add up. Both parents repeated they believe Summer was kidnapped from her Hawkins County home June 15th. No one's been charged. They say they have no idea who did it.
Now a grassroots group is trying another approach to finding the 5-year-old. Ansley Daniel reports.
After hundreds of flyers were passed out and put up, funds were raised to power this electronic billboard on Fort Henry Drive in Kingsport. It's about 25 minutes from Ben Hill Road on a regular pass-through for Beach Creek and Hawkins County, where Summer was reported missing the night of June 15th. That's Summer. It's a face our community hopes everyone recognizes by now. But for an out-of-towner or a passer-through, you might not.
In 4 months, nothing has changed.
Brad Allen started the Billboard fundraiser.
There's no new information or anything. So we try to hand out flyers. We try to make awareness.
It started with businesses offering free printing so volunteers could do the groundwork effort of posting. Every road, everywhere. Camden Hillman and his wife Allison contributed to the billboard effort.
They gets no play on my channel. None. They don't get no play.
Photos of Summer, a link to her family's website, and a number to call now on display on Fort Henry Drive in Kingsport.
The company that is
I'm not doing it. No play.
seen her. I know. Let me call.
I don't
That's
fuck with
my
them,
hope
man, in the
and
worst
prayer
way.
right there.
The spot on this billboard is paid for through December the 19th, but those who have contributed are hoping that it doesn't even need to be up until then. In Kingsport.
It might not be, Ansley, because let me tell you what, Dr. Phil, Mr. Clean, he fucking guaranteed he's going to solve this shit with all his millions of dollars, ma'am. He's like, we don't need the fucking billboard no more, ma'am. Thank you, Chase. But guess what? Dr. Phil fucking guaranteed it.
Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Episode 2.
That's good stuff, Chase. That's good stuff, bro. Ooh-ah. I don't hate Scam and Alley. I just don't. I don't deal with the whole fucking the enabling part, right? To me, there's not really a whole lot. Maybe 5 years from now, when Don, or even a year from now, when Don and Candace are still sober, and you haven't enabled them, and life is looking up, then maybe, bro, we could revisit some shit. But until then, man, shit. Okay, what am I missing now here? Kaz, innocent until proven guilty. I just looked. This girl on photo, blonde girl, looks like adult Summer. What? Can we get the link for the petition, guys? What the hell is actually going on right now? Thanks, Betty, for there. You're welcome. Scam on knees. Scam on knees. Thank you, Mad. Sitting here, chain smoking balls. Can you message me? I do know about Cornbread Mafia. I've researched a lot. Well, unless Brad is lying to me, and I do not believe Brad's ever lied to me. SGC. This is the nice Benny. He's just irritated today with all the bullshit. Yeah, Chase, man. Hail to Chase, right? He's a genuinely good bloke. He's cheeky, but he's a good bloke. I know I'm fucking with you. I can't find the photo. It's from this. Benny, I have the video link to what Kaz just said. Email it to me. Email it. Short. Okay, email it to me. Altitude Films with a Z at gmail.com. It's easy. Altitude, like up in the air, films at gmail.com. Yeah, straight up, Chase. Good job, bub. Can't find my lighter. I'm using my dad's cigar lighter. I'll be pissed if I run it out of fluid. Quickly before it's taken down. Kaz, are you serious? Is it like that? Holy shit. Hold on. Blood Money BK, how do you feel the show went? Brilliantly, Britt. Brilliantly. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, they will attack us. And we will attack back. Deep breath, Kaz. Don, you seeing this? There is a video. Email it to me. Altitude Films. CC it. Summer video. Serious. I can't watch. I just watched a video for Missing, but she was showing photos of who she believes is Summer. Missing but not forgotten. Hold on, guys. I can't see the chat right now. Hold on. Missing but not forgotten. I'm sorry, but at the same time, I can't be a nice guy and just let you get it, Enchanted. I know you get it, sir. I know you get it, Mr. Carl. It wasn't anything against you at all, man. It's just about finding this little girl and keeping as many people as we can, in the black, right? Like we want to. We're not trying. I'm not trying to screw Ronnie Lawson over. I just want Ronnie Lawson to fucking get it. Do you understand? Get it. Get it. right? Like, and I tell you this one thing for certain, two things for sure. Ronnie Lawson already knows who I am. I assure you of that. Public agents can't take gifts. It is classed as bribes. Remember Breaking Bad when Saul said it? Yes. Yes. Yeah, he's so busy I had to leave a voicemail. Please. Okay, Truth. Enchanted. Anyway, sir, I apologize, sir. It wasn't anything, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for what you do, sir. I don't want to see a good man like you get mingled in with some of the sodomites. That's all, sir. I'm going to play this video now, though.
Sure where I've seen him, but I think it may have been on Allison's page. And I will investigate that today. It was late last night when I filmed all this. Because after the girl sent me that photo and told me his name, like me, I go onto his page and I do some investigation of my own. And the things that I came up with, you guys, was so alarming to me that I got up at 7 o'clock this morning and started making some calls.
How did you sleep?
Short, this is being investigated.
It's being investigated.
And this guy, he looks very familiar to me. So this is the little girl's face up close. As you can see where I've circled, that's one of her eyes. Down there where it says missing but not forgotten, that's her other eye.
Okay, hold the phone. There's layers to this coloring here. Look here. Why is this peach? And then there's a distinct line right here. There's a square. Look. There's a square of something. It's as if they've colored out. You can assume there's a line over here too. A line here and a line here. That's been played with. That photo has been played with. Look at this black and green up here. Look at it, people. There's a line right here. It's a perfect square line. You can see the shape. It's like a backwards C. And look, the line goes all the way up here. This photo has been played with. Look at it. It is a direct line. Look up the side of her eye right here. Nobody has a fucking 90 a perfectly parallel plumb line. Look, it's all been played with. With the little table right here, kitchen table maybe. Something on the edge of the table here. I don't think that's an arm. I think that's, no, well, hold on. So look at if you turn your device, the picture's taken on an angle. What has she got circled right there? I don't know. So turn your device where it would be perpendicular. Plumb. And then look at that situation differently. I do not think, I mean, I guess you could also say that it was a little girl in a purple dress maybe or something. But what's on the, I mean, now look at it this way. It starts to take a different context, right? Look at the arm. If you want to believe that's an arm. Look how thick her forearm's fucking thick. National manhunt now based upon the ethnicity that you've that you boiled down for us. That's just really kind of irresponsible to say that could be the man. I think a lot of this stuff should have been probably kept private. I don't know. When you see the connotation of a little girl laying in a bed like that, and then you hear her eyes are blacked, and then you see zoomed in pics, and it's all been played with, even the tonalities of her pigment, her natural pigment, and you see it in a bed. Remember last night, guys, when I was saying about the armed home burglar that came in, and he made the woman go through all the rooms in the house, and then lastly he made her go into the bedroom. So when you say bedroom and you say bed and you think missing, you automatically start to assume that this was the very worst, right? Like a little bit of context from my own understanding of trauma, unless it was a posed picture in the sense that they're making the child pose. I have no context of any abuse or anything like that. You couldn't even say that it was a girl. And furthermore, you know, that child seems to be peacefully laying there. You know, I think it would look much differently if the context was what they're wanting it to be. This would look different. You know, that's what it is, right?
Whatever you got to do to get this video out there. We need everybody to see this. Everybody.